Only thing is, I like to drive it, and it makes Ed so nervous. He grabs that panic handle when we're going down I-4, and he shuts his eyes. And I said, honey, why do you have your eyes shut? And I don't shut mine. I mean, that was just and he said, because you don't stay in one lane. And I said, well, there's a reason why I don't stay in one lane. And he said, and what's that? And I said, because they give me too many. And if they gave me 2 lanes, one going this way, one going that way, I'm going this way, I know this is my lane. I know I don't go in that lane because I'm not going that way. But when you give me 4, 5, or 6 lanes that are all going the same way, then that gives me choices. So, if you have choices, like you guys and you girls, you didn't stick with the very first guy or girl you ever met. You had choices. You could choose. So you chose the one you liked best. And that's what I do when I'm on the road. I have a choice of lanes, and I'm going to try them all until I find the one I like the best. And I think that's the way you should do it. You shouldn't just pick one lane and it makes him, it drives him out of his mind. It just drives him out of his mind. But I do have safe driver on my driver license, so I haven't done too bad. And I have to watch it for and there are things that I think about technically or technologically. I can't even say that word. I'm terrible. As a matter of fact, I did it again. No, I didn't. It's my memory this time. I've got a little recorder. And it's at home because I forgot to bring it. Now, last week I brought it and I recorded something, but then I got home and I went to listen to it and I erased the whole thing. So that's how I am with technology. And one day Ed and I were in Gainesville and we were trying to change the ringtones on our cell phones. And to us, it's a very difficult thing. I know none of you have that problem because you grew up with it. It's hard for us. It's very hard for us. And these kids were laughing. They had MIT written across their shirts, and they were laughing at us. And all of a sudden I hear, and this guy picks his hand up to his ears, and he starts talking into his hand. And when he put his hand down, I said, what did you just do? And he said, I have a chip in my hand that acts as a cell phone. And I said, well, I'm done. And I thought, I'm not going to let these young whippersnappers get anything over on us. So I went to the bathroom, and I got a long piece of toilet paper, and I tucked it in the back of my pants. I came back out of the bathroom, and I just strutted in front of him, and I said, hey, Ed, we're getting a fax. And I was on television for half an hour last night. 2 weeks ago I was on television. I had a colonoscopy without an anesthesia. And this is not fun. But I'll tell you, it got to be pretty funny in there because I have no anesthesia, so I'm watching myself inside out on the television. And they pump you up with air, like with a bicycle pump. You know, they pump you up and you get round and round, and God knows I'm round enough as it is. And I said to the doctor, this is a little uncomfortable. I feel quite bloated. And he said, well, it's okay to let go of some of that air. And I said, really? And he said, yes. Well, I think sometimes I'm kind of a dignified lady and old lady. And so this was a little difficult for me because there was the doctor and there were 3 attendants in this room. And so I just let out a little And it felt much better to get rid of some of that air. And he said, no, he said, it's okay. He said, just let it go. So I let a little more, like and that felt much better. And then he said, no, he said, I'm serious. He said, just let go of that air. And so I said, you really mean it? And he said, oh yes. He said, you'll feel much better. So I just yelled, duck and cover! And they all ran over to the other side of the room. And I felt a lot better. Does anybody know about a Playtex girdle? Are there any of you here, any women here that remember the Playtex girdle?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ladies. For those who don't know, a Playtex girdle was made out of Playtex, which is a rubber. And not like the rubber. It's made out of, not made out of rubber, it's made out of rubber. And it had holes in it because it was very uncomfortable. And you had to have some kind of air circulation. And my mother used to wear one. And it was the funniest thing because you have to picture, can you picture a Playtex girdle? They're all strapped into this thing with the little holes all over in it. Well, when my mom went to sleep, she would fart. And when she was wearing this Playtex girdle, she could fart any song you wanted to hear. And if you poked her in a couple of places and made her wiggle a little bit, what she could do like this swing dance and stuff they were doing, she could do that kind of music. It was an amazing thing, Playtex music. It was funny to me. Not as funny to you. But that's okay. And then, another thing I think about a lot is facelifts. I never had a facelift. If I had had a facelift, I would have had it lifted about to here, and I wouldn't have looked as round when I got older. But a friend of mine, many years ago, asked me if I would go with her to get a facelift. Or she talked to the plastic surgeon at least, and I went with her. And she discussed this with the plastic surgeon, and he said, well, actually, we have something now, it's called the knob. And she said, what is the knob? He said, it's all the rage. He said, it's totally unobtrusive, and it's a little knob we implant in your scalp. And your hair covers it, no one knows it's there. And through the years, as your face sags, twist, sag, twist, just turn your little knob. And she said, well, how long does this last? And he said, it lasts as long as a facelift. And she says, well, I want it. And she got it. And it was wonderful. For years and years, this woman was just absolutely gorgeous. And her face was smooth, no wrinkles, and she just looked beautiful. And then a couple of years ago, this was a long time after she had the knob installed, a couple of years ago, I went back with her to the doctor because she had a problem. And she said to the doctor, doctor, I'm having a problem that I've never had before. I have bags under my eyes. And he said, really, let me check you out. And he checked her and he said, oh my God, he said, those are not bags. And she says, really? What are they? And he said, those are your breasts. She looked at the doctor very seriously and she said, then I suppose it's senseless to ask you about my goatee. So I think I'm going to give this floor up because there are a lot of very talented people here. I want to say thank you to all of you. You are one of the most receptive and fun audiences that I have ever had. And I want you all to know how much I appreciate it. game.